Y'all, it is hotter than a whore at a tent revival. Going down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way. A squirrel has gone to great heights. And I admire that in him. And then cause I feed this chipmunk, right? And now we're becoming buddies. And he's like, please come a little closer, a little closer. And then, like, every time I walked out, there's this deer, right? And this deer comes and sits and like it's every time. It doesn't matter what time of day now. It's like the last week every time I come out here. There's this deer sitting there, and he just, I don't know, he's letting me get closer to him too. It's real weird. And and then of course, the Watchers. Oh my God, that just triggered a core memory. My Aunt Shar, she had books. She loved books, and she lived in it. She was my favorite, cause she was weird like me, y'all. She was weird, and like she had her quirks and her things and her books. She had this collection of books, and she would let me borrow her books, and they were way too adult for me. Like I was like between the ages of 8 and 12, and some of these books were like Stephen King and Dean Koontz and shit. And she's like, "Here, this one's good," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And we would chit chat about the books. And she gave me this one by Dean Koontz called The Watchers, right? And I even gave that, like, me and my two other girlfriends, like, we all read it and we were like, oh my God. Okay, so there's this, see if I remember it properly, because it was years and years ago. Years. I don't know, I was probably fourth, fifth grade maybe. And my aunt and uncle were building this house, right? And like, we would go sit at the work site, in the afternoons while they were building, and I'd read this book, and like this abandoned looking, like, construction site. And there's a scene in the book with a construction site, but and I think I read it like while I was sitting in there, and it fucking wigged me out bad, but it was such a good book. And it's like okay, there's this, I think it's like some scientist makes like a dog that's really fucking smart and can like talk and like psychic and shit. Just like the dog's crazy. And then there's a monster. And like the monster is just like just built to be a killing machine, just like and like they both get out of a lab, and then chaos ensues, and it's fucking crazy. And I read that way too young, but it was such a good book, and it's like imprinted on my memory. So now every time I see a Sasquatch, I'm like, see, nobody. That's why nobody wants to hang out with me. Also, I want to bring this one back because it's less like I don't know. It's less like, it doesn't feel as like insulting as some of the ways people that try to like boost you or get you up to do something, Like my friend Chris used to say, "Do you have sand in your vagina?" And then I'd be like, "No." And then he'd be like, "Well, come on, do it." And then it's like, "Well, no, I don't have sand in my vagina." And then you like, "Yeah," and then you do it. And that like helps you like push down the fear and face your fears. And maybe it is bad. I don't know. Now that I think about it, maybe it doesn't sound so. I still like it though. Do you have sand in your vagina? Do you have sand in your vagina right now? Then come on, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and let's fucking do this. No, you're right. You're right. You're always right. Do you have sand in your vagina? Well, then hit that like button, hit that share, that subscribe. Let's ring that bell for more whatever this is content. Even the algorithm can't figure it out. That's why they don't push my, they don't push my, okay.